Just ahead of morning tea, we do have a series of three very brief speakers. And while I introduce this session, could I ask the speakers to please make their way up onto the stage to get things underway? This session is titled The Changing Face of the Chinese Consumer and will provide practical advice from the China Chamber of Commerce and its members on changing Chinese consumers, including the results of its membership survey that was recently completed that considered the outlook for trade, investment, and technology, and reflects upon what's necessary to make the bilateral business relationship hum. Can I get the panel to come up onto the stage, please? We're going to hear first from the chair of the China Chamber of Commerce in New Zealand, Chi Jun. In addition to his role with the Chamber, Chi is also Chief Executive of China Construction Bank. Just ahead of his address, we have a short video from the China Chamber of Commerce showing the New Zealand Pavilion at last year's China International Import Expo and the opportunities there for showcasing New Zealand's products and services. Okay, Chi Jun.
Tina Koto Katoa. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to speak at the Chinese Business Summit 2024 as chair of the China Chamber of Commerce in New Zealand. The Honorable Todd McClay, Minister of Trade and Agriculture. I'm honored to follow the Minister of Trade sharing his thoughts in navigating today's China after his recent trip, and the Chinese ambassador to harness the potential that paved the way for me to expand on the topic with practical advice from our Chamber's perspective on the change phase of Chinese consumers. Based on our experiences in supporting New Zealand exporters at the annual China International Import Expo. The reason why I'm delighted to speak today is to share more about the good works of our chamber as we listen to their needs to advocate on their behalf. Our members' survey emphasizes we are on the right track with optimism to keep the momentum building in bilateral trade by working together. The survey offers insight into members' views as a roadmap for the future of New Zealand-China economic relations, indicating their business confidence and resilience. There is significant optimism in regard to the global economic situation this year compared to the previous year. We see a significant trend upwards in members' confidence of the New Zealand economy, in those feelings slightly more optimistic, reflecting heightened optimism. There is a positive outlook, particularly in New Zealand and China, that reflects stability and optimism among our members for the respective economies in 2024. There is less concern about the New Zealand government effectiveness and labor shortages, while there is a slight increase in worries about fuel energy crisis. Geopolitical volatility shows a small uptake. This shift suggests less emphasis on certain domestic factors, while global concerns, particularly related to energy prices and geopolitical dynamics, are slightly more prominent. To summarize the survey results, our members offered these suggestions to overcome perceived challenges in China and New Zealand. So we can see the suggestions on the board, on the screen. The survey has been helpful as our members have been adapting to the evolving market of Chinese consumers. The China International Import-Expo has been significantly impacted by the changing consumption patterns of Chinese. As Chinese consumers become more affluent and discerning, their demand for high-quality imported goods has surged. This shift in consumer behavior have had several implications for CRIE. More exhibitors with increased competition, focus on quality and innovation, diversification of exhibits, e-commerce integration, emphasis on branding and marketing. Overall, the changing face of Chinese consumers has presented both challenges and opportunities at the Expo. By staying tuned to shifting consumer preferences and trends, CRIE can continue to serve as a vital platform for exhibitors to showcase their products and services. We are committed to New Zealand exporters as the official New Zealand agent with the support of NZTE. The membership of our chamber continues to grow, and we become more actively involved in the community with information and networking that includes some of China and New Zealand's largest companies, along with a diverse range of SMEs, finance exporters, and service companies to provide contemporary insights on the China market. We're actively involved in our local community as volunteers and to fundraise hundreds of thousands of dollars for charity, with a charity gala in this September. In closing, I would like to thank those that have supported us in our commission to expand bilateral trade, especially NZTE and government officials. Our mission is to support New Zealand exporters while focusing on environmental issues here at home. KT Aki Tanga in our adopted home as guardians to protect the land. Thank you, Frank O'Sullivan, NZ Incorporation, and the Auckland Business Chamber for organizing this annual China Business Summit, and my best wishes for a successful summit. Thank you.
Thank you, Chijun. Just a quick question for you. You mentioned in your slides there that there's a need for New Zealand business to really focus on brand New Zealand in order to offer a premium. We sort of touched on this in the last panel discussion, but what kinds of things do you think New Zealand could be doing to really boost brand New Zealand offshore?
So, can you say it again?
Brand New Zealand?
Brand New Zealand.
How can we better promote brand New Zealand in China?
In my opinion, I think there are a lot of suggestions we can raise. At least, I think, first and foremost, we should highlight the New Zealand unique selling point in finding our differentiators, such as pure, natural, high quality, and safety. And the second, I think it will be helpful if we can culturally tailor and localize our products, especially put more effort in product customization and innovation for Chinese tastes and preferences. There is another point I think up now is we had better do more of e-commerce and digital marketing with well-designed content that will help educate and entertain Chinese consumers. We can do this by showcasing some of our New Zealand landscapes, production process of goods, and testimonials from satisfied consumers. In short words, through these integrated methods, I have high confidence New Zealand brands will stand out in Chinese consumers in the way of competition, brand recognition, and consumer loyalty long term.
Yeah, fantastic.
That's my question.
Great. Thank you very much. Now, next up, we have two short vignettes from the China Chamber's membership on their activities. And so first up, I'd like to introduce Carlos Lee. He's the General Manager of UnionPay New Zealand and the Assistant General Manager for UnionPay's South Pacific region. Over to you, Carlos.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you. We have slides to share, maybe. Okay. Tina Koto. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Carlos. I'm from UnionPay. It's a great pleasure to be invited to China Business Summit 2024. Just now, Mr. Qi have delivered a very great speech from a macro perspective on the changes and the trends in Chinese consumer. So here I would like to share some point of view, some observation from a very unique, specific angle from UnionPay. Okay, so I would have to share slides. Anyone can help? Sorry, wait a moment. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so this the logo on. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so the logo on the the right side top here, the UnionPay logo. Okay, so begin with, please allow me to introduce UnionPay very briefly. So I believe some of you may be aware of UnionPay brand, but may not know much more than that. So, okay, so UnionPay, so we can have see some data about UnionPay. So UnionPay was established in 2002, headquartered in Shanghai, China. As one of the world's leading bank card schemes, UnionPay have extended its global acceptance network to 183 countries and regions, with over 9 billion UnionPay cards issued worldwide. Okay, so according to the data from Nielsen report, since 2015, UnionPay have become the largest card scheme in terms of the transaction volume and the card number. According to survey reports from Ipsos, UnionPay cards have always been the preferred and most trusted payment brand for Chinese consumers when they're traveling abroad. Okay, so in New Zealand market, the major commercial banks and financial institutions, such like ANZ, BNZ, Westpac, and ASB, have all joined UnionPay as members. Through the cooperation with these partners, more than 100,000 merchants can accept UnionPay cards, and over 2,200 ATMs can support UnionPay cards for cash withdrawals. In addition, UnionPay has been actively exploring cooperation with the relevant government departments, such like Immigration New Zealand and Tourism New Zealand, to strengthen the exchanges between these two countries. So now, we can take a look at the comparison of transaction data of UnionPay cards in the New Zealand market before and after pandemic. So first, we can have the look the picture, the chart on the left side. This is a recovery of the post-consumption about this year and before pandemic. So from the chart, we can see the resumption of the Chinese traveler visiting New Zealand is rapidly recovering. This year's transaction volume has recovered to 75% of the same period in 2020, which is consistent with the recovery of Chinese tourist numbers, while the number of transactions has increased 62% compared to the before pandemic. And the right side, the right side shows the number of activated merchant number changing. The definition of the activity merchant is at least one transaction happened on this kind of merchant. So in the first quarter of this year, has more than doubled compared to the same period in 2020. Okay. So historically, the largest expenditure of the Chinese tourists have been on luxury goods, duty-free goods, and souvenirs. This year data shows that the sub-consumption still accounts for the highest proportion, but it's decreased from 78% before pandemic to 41% this year. Spending in supermarkets, restaurants, gas stations, entertainment, and other industry has increased rapidly. And regarding to the car level, we can refer to the chart on the left. The expenditure of UnionPay Classic cardholders is steady, while the consumption of a platinum and diamond card is growing fast from the left side. In terms of the payment behaviors, please refer to the chart on the right side. Chinese consumers are increasingly fond of tap and go, especially the mobile payment. But we can notice the QR code payment, which are the most beautiful, most popular in China, are not so many in New Zealand market. I think the last page. Spending on the visits to internet famous spots is constantly improving. So we can take Queenstown's Burger, Hopton movie set, and the Wild Tapu Thermal Wonderland, for example. So despite the number of visitors having not fully recovered to 100% this year, but the transaction numbers has increased significantly compared to 2019. Okay, so based on the data above, we can conclude the following points on the new trends of Chinese tourists. The first one, the purchasing power of Chinese tourists have not been reduced, and the recovery speed is very fast. The footprint Chinese tourists is becoming more extensive than ever. As we know, FIT has become the preferred travel model, and the consumption structure of Chinese tourists is more balanced and diverse, with shopping still being the largest expense item. And the number of high net worth customers among Chinese tourists has increased significantly. The Chinese tourists prefer to use mobile payment like Apple Pay, and Chinese tourists prefer visit internet-famous scenic spots and restaurants and to post their experiences on social media more than ever. Okay, so that's some point we'll share today. Thank you for listening. Thank you.
Thank you, Carlos. A couple of quick questions for you. First, you showed a slide there with some famous New Zealand hotspots or popular places on social media, I guess. Is there anything that UnionPay does to promote New Zealand or to assist New Zealand in China?
Yeah. You mean the promotion channel? What UnionPay help on this kind of merchant?
What does UnionPay do in China to maybe help New Zealand?
Okay, it's a very good question. So basically, UnionPay is a payment company. So we call ourselves a global international card scheme. So our service and product is to provide a payment service to connect the Chinese consumer and the New Zealand business. So the purpose we want to do is to help the New Zealand business to engross their shopping, their selling, I think. So we always do some marketing campaign to attract more, spending traffic from China to New Zealand. So marketing campaign and some information release is besides the payment service is what we do. On the other side, I mentioned that we cooperate with some government department like Tourism NZ. So we will use UnionPay channel like our official website and our membership resource like our issuing bank website and the other channel to deliver some travel information, the beautiful, the tourist information about New Zealand, and deliver this kind of information to more Chinese, so you attract them to travel here. And another thing, I think for example, we cooperate with Immigration New Zealand to simplify the visa application procedure. So we can use the photocopy of UnionPay Platinum and Diamond card to replace some financial capability supporting document like a salary certificate, some bank statement, bank deposit statement, something like this to shorten the procedure to apply a New Zealand visa. I think something like this. Thank you.
Yeah, great. And I think you mentioned, that QR code payment in New Zealand is not as popular as back in China. Is there any particular reason for that?
Okay, I think this is a very good question. I always think about why QR code is very popular in mainland China, but not here. So when I came to New Zealand 5 years ago, the first day I come here, I bought a coffee from a shop. So I remember the coffee shop gave me a card, a paper card, and collect some stamps. And 10 stamps gave me a coffee for free. But in China, maybe 5 or 10 years ago, this kind of situation disappeared. So UnionPay, China is the mobile internet very popular. So everyone would spend more time on mobile, and even a small shop, they will have an app or some website to maintain their customer loyalty program. So there's a difference. So I think in China, maybe in New Zealand market, the payment industry is very mature. So far, the credit card and the mobile payment like Apple Pay can meet the needs of local peoples. So the industry have maybe no motivation to do something to change the infrastructure payment. I think, and for the individual side, we don't have the mobile, the QR code payment habit, I think.
Right.
So
Yeah. Oh, well, we're getting there. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Carlos. Our final speaker for the session is Wang, Senior China Marketing Manager at Good Health. Since joining Good Health in 2015, Wang has led teams in local sales, international market expansion, and e-commerce. Notably, her efforts in e-commerce live streaming has helped Good Health achieve a 200% growth in sales. Wang, over to you.
Thank you. Distinguished guests and friends, good morning. Firstly, I want to extend my sincere gratitude to Ms. Qi Jun and Carlos Li for their insightful speeches. Those exciting numbers shed light on the evolving trends of the Chinese consumers. Today, I'm eager to share with you the remarkable journey of Good Health, 好健康, and how this New Zealand health brand has woven a compelling story in China.
If you could do more of what you love, what would it be? More things that bring out the best in you? Or would you rather do more things that bring out the best in others? Whatever you'd love to do more of, Good Health will give you the support to do it. Since 1987, our extensive range of highly advanced natural health products have been developed in a part of the world where you really can do more of what you love. New Zealand. We source only the finest, most pure ingredients locally and from the very best international suppliers, and all of it GE-free. When we've got just the right ingredients, it's time for us to do more of what we love, coming up with health solutions that support people's well-being every day. And to do this, we combine the full potential of nature with the power of science, researching and refining nature's best qualities, harnessing that power in a way few can. That's how we develop some of the world's most innovative formulas, all in a fully controlled environment that not only meets the quality standards of the many local and international markets we sell to, but exceeds them. So, when you receive our products wherever you are, you can feel confident you're getting good health quality from a part of the world that puts quality first. Now, we know it's not easy working like this, but we love it. And you know why? Because no matter what you want to do more of, whether it's for yourself or those you care about, our job is to give you the support you need to do it. Good Health. Do more of what you love.
At Good Health, our mission is to empower you to do more of what you love. Established in 1987, we have been dedicated to producing innovative supplements at our factory in Auckland, New Zealand. Good Health supplying pharmacies, health food stores across New Zealand, and we now export to many countries and regions, including China. New Zealand is the only few countries that regulate health supplements using pharmaceutical standard, and Good Health holds all kinds of certifications like GMP, TGA, which Chinese consumers recognize as guarantee of quality. We utilize state-of-the-art innovation to improve our health supplement and support an increasing demand of the global consumers. Good Health has offered over 360 products, all based on latest scientific studies. To understand today's topic, let's take a journey through the past decade to witness the rapid transformation in China's health industry. From 2015 to 17, cross-border e-commerce flourished, with a surge of over 6,000 daigous in Australia and in New Zealand, while tourism stores thrived on Auckland's main street. This period also saw the rise of TV shopping in China. Exemplified by selling 2,000 cans of goat milk powder in a 40-minute program. Subsequently, Taobao and Tmall live streaming, along with the emergence of the short video channels like Douyin, TikTok, Kuaishou, during and after COVID, solidified interest-driven and influence-powered e-commerce as the norm. To precisely meet the demand of the Chinese market, Good Health had developed the Little Months range of the mom and kids nutritional and imported through the general trade and sold in main mom and baby chain stores across China, covering over 10,000 stores. Notably, the hero product lactoferrin powder sold over 1 million bottles within the first 3 years. Presently, our dedicated e-commerce team in China comprises over 100 people, managing all major e-commerce platforms, including Douyin, TikTok, Kuaishou, Tmall, JD, Pinduoduo, VIP.com, and the Little Red Book. We have discovered the Chinese customers' preference for the health supplement is differ notably from those in New Zealand. Hence, we designed categories tailored specifically for China, ensuring we effectively address the diverse needs of our Chinese consumers. Here showcase one of our hero products in China, OS Plus. It has gained #1 in many rankings. Also, here's some of the successful collaborations we have had in China with the celebrities and influencers. Their huge fan bases allowing their endorsement to quickly attract the attention of the target audience, enhance brand visibility and exposure. This is a document from Douyin Official, which specifically selected Good Health as a successful case study. Within the first year of entering Douyin, the total payment exceeding 75 million RMB, with a growth rate of 732%. Good Health also actively participates on major expo in China. For instance, Good Health was the primary exhibitor at the New Zealand Pavilion of the CIIE last year. This gained significant attention, expanding our presence in China, also providing valuable insights into market trends. Last but not least, I'd like to share a sample video illustrating our collaboration with Chinese influencer and the leading supermodel, Mr. Hu Bin, during his recent traceability tour. He has over 6 million followers on Douyin, TikTok, and he has conducted an exclusive live stream for Good Health at the DFS store.
高 C 之旅 ，Let's go！
你 It's the highest standard. We make this medicines with this standard.
Good Health 他们其实有3款产品，在这选的这几款是我个人做出品牌优选官 Good Health。
健个好物 Good Health 好健康乳脂蛋白，宝宝的健康守护神。
深入研究，还真让我挖到了油界的扛把子 Good Health 乳清油。
A few weeks ago, the chairman of JD.com, Mr. Liu Changdong, released a digital human video of his own, and which gained over 20 million views, which also represents one of the latest marketing technologies that Good Health is currently exploring. We believe that the key to addressing the ever-changing preference of the Chinese consumer lies in the continuous innovation and adaptability. Thank you.
Thank you, Wang. We probably have time for just one question, but I wanted to ask you. You showed a slide there that I guess canvassed the wide range of products that Good Health has in China. Are there any trends at the moment that you see influencing what people are buying, and which which lines of your products are perhaps more successful at the moment?
Sure. We identify very strong trends in beauty and women's well-being, especially for women's probiotic product and also the collagen product in all the formats, like the collagen drink, collagen powder, collagen tablet. So we create a range called Imiglow, to target at this category. Also, you find an elderly nutrition for the joint care is very popular. For example, we have a very popular product called the Joint Active. It's using the type 2 collagen, and also is backed by the latest Harvard research. After the COVID, we find immunity and preventive care become a key searching word. So we have a very popular range called the Veralax in New Zealand market, which is used by most of the Kiwi families for their defend the first ill and chills of the winter. Also became very popular in China by Chinese consumers.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. Can you join me in thanking Chi, Carlos, and Wang for sharing their thoughts? Thank you all.